This one being driven by Jack Willman Jr. called TAURUS.
That's right, Stan, and this was designed by Dave Cook. They're in Illinois there, and the way this truck is set up, it's a lot like the Mint 400 racers now with a 4-link suspension. There's no leaf springs on this. It's got a coil overload shock. As you can see by the way this vehicle handles, it's going to work out real good with this racing.
Absolutely, 7.42 seconds. Good run for Jack Willman as he goes over that second jump. Let's go down right now to Mike Goss.
TAURUS is your fast qualifier. Now, Jack, we haven't seen much of you out here on the Renegades TNT Monster Truck Challenge. Looks like you've got a real nice racing truck. Tell us about it.
Yeah, it's a brand new truck. It was just built this year, and it's especially made for this type of racing, so there's no excuses. It's up to me driving it, and I think we have the truck for the capabilities.
I understand it's very light.
Yeah, it's one of your lightest trucks out there. You know, it's in the range of 8,000 pounds, which most of them is lucky to weigh 10 or 12, so, you know, it's a pretty light truck.
Now we're all set to go in Bowling Green with the newcomer TAURUS, who will be taking on veterans like Stomper, driven by Marvin Smith. Round one action begins right after this. The Wood Co Fairgrounds in Bowling Green, Ohio, as the crowd is quickly settling in for round one activity. It'll be TAURUS in a bye run, and then No Problem versus Mr. Twister, Carolina Crusher versus Stomper. And moving on, Mad Dog versus King Crunch, USA 1 versus Nightlife, and Awesome Kong versus Black Stallion. And there you see pulling up to the line, David Christensen in Mr. Twister.
Sam, Mr. Twister is a little new to the circuit here. I haven't seen him run too much. He's got a 460 cubic inch Ford motor. He's got 5-ton axles with planetaries.
And then in a 1989 Ford Bronco, John Moore in No Problem.
Now, John Moore's come a long way this year, Stan. Last year, he wasn't doing real good, but this year, I tell you what, I was impressed by looking at this truck. He's done a lot of work with this truck, and it's going to run good. As you can see right now, he's got a great hole shot coming out there against Mr. Twister. In between a set of cars, he's just taking off with some speed. He clears a few of them cars and comes across the finish line. It's going to be John Moore with the win.
That looks like that short wheelbase paid off for John Moore.
Yeah, without even being on a turning course here, he's done excellent here. And Mr. Twister wasn't going to give him a break. Right here, looks like he might have going to be able to catch up to him a little bit. But right there, John Moore just leaps some few cars, come across the finish line right there.
Well, the next race, we're going to be seeing the Carolina Crusher, Gary Porter out of Wadesboro, North Carolina. Young man, age 27.
Now, this is one of my mom's favorites. Now, she's from North Carolina, and she roots for him. But now, Stomper here, he's one of my neighbors.
Well, that's driven by Marvin Smith out of Arnold, Missouri.
Now, this ought to be a good one. These guys are pretty equal in horsepower. They're both running Chevrolets. They both got Chevrolet engines and a lot of horsepower. Let's see what happens. I think Carolina Crusher's got a little bit of jump on him there. But it looks like Stomper might be able to catch up right here, but it don't look like it. It looks like Carolina Crusher's going to take the win.
Yes, indeed. Carolina Crusher takes the win.
Now, as we can see right here, Carolina's got the jump on him. He comes across the first set of cars just a little bit ahead. Now, this is surprising here. Stomper's got a lot of horsepower, and he should have been able to catch up. But that new motor in Carolina Crusher lets him take the win.
And there you see Scott Stevens out of Woodlands, Texas, driving King Crunch.
Now, this is the new truck this year. He's got all fiberglass body, a new engine, and a lot different stuff with his suspension.
And, of course, John Breen in Mad Dog, that 86 Chevy Blazer.
Another neighbor of mine, the Breen Boys Racing Toys. Now, these guys are very competitive. And now Scott Stevens got this new truck, and he's not really sure on how it's going to run. Let's see how he does against the veteran here. They'll come across the first set. They're pretty well side by side. Looks like Mad Dog's got a little bit of a lead on him on the first set of cars. Well, Stan, I don't know. This was real close.
This one is close.
Let's see here what happens. Okay, they hit the first set of cars pretty much side by side. Now, looks like Scott's going to be able to take the lead here, but look, Mad Dog hits the cars first and comes across, but it looks like Scott Stevens beats him in the air.
Rich, it looked like something was coming out of the back end of King Crunch. Let's see if we can take a look at it again.
Yeah, I noticed a little bit of smoke earlier, Stan. It looks like there's some fluid coming out. I'm not really sure what it is. Let's check with Mike.
It's got lots of liquid underneath the truck. What was the problem?
Well, we just, again, tonight we're having, last night we were too low of a gear. We got the gears right. We're just turning the motor so hard and it's building a little crankcase pressure and blowing the head gaskets out again tonight. But once we get the transmission working, we'll be okay.
And round one action continues with USA number 1, driven by Rod Litzow, the 1988 points champion. He's going to take on Nightlife, driven by Dave Wiseau. Got a Grand Island, Nebraska.
That's right, Stan. And these guys have run together before. Now, USA 1 usually beats them. I haven't seen Nightlife beat him yet, but that's not going to intimidate Dave Wiseau. He knows what it takes, and he knows what he has to do if he wants to beat Litzow. It looks like he's going to have to keep him on all fours if he wants to win this, because Wyzork ain't going to let him take it for nothing. But it looks like USA 1's got to win. He takes it in the air. Now let's see if we can see this on the replay. It looks like USA 1 got a little bit of a jump on him. But I tell you what, Nightlife here gets down on the ground and starts to catch up. But all that horsepower that USA 1's got enables him to take the win in the air there. But it looks like Wyzork didn't let him take it for nothing. He just kept up right with him.
Well, Rod, it's a win, but it sounds like, do you have a little engine problem or something?
Well, we're still working on making some adjustments on the carbs and that, but we're getting a little closer now. We're running a little faster times, and I think, one more run, I'll get it, because I'm shifting in different spots and we're experimenting out here, but now we'll be here to go.
One of the things fans like best about the sport of monster truck racing is the great variety of vehicles on the Renegades TNT circuit. Rich Hooser takes a look at some of the different types of monster trucks.
Now you might ask, what makes these trucks such great racing machines? Well, everybody has his own idea. Let's say you want to build yourself a monster truck. Start with, would you want a long wheelbase or a short wheelbase? Now John Moore with No Problem likes a short wheelbase mainly for turning courses. On the other hand, Gary Porter with Carolina Crusher, he extended his wheelbase a little bit farther than a long wheelbase truck. Now he thinks this helps him have a little bit more control going over the cars. Now should you put your engine in the front of the truck or in the rear? A couple of monster trucks like Wild Hair like that extra weight in the rear. And of course a little less weight and a little more speed, why not narrow the truck like we see here with Awesome Kong.
And there you see builder Jeff Dane with driver Steve Cain, 44 inches wide to be exact.
That's right, Stan. And one reason they built it like that, now you can't see a whole lot when you're in the cab of a monster truck. Now this way he sits right in the middle and he's able to see everything around him.
Out of Cain, Texas, an Awesome Kong taking on Black Stallion, driven by Mike Botters, Hagerstown, Maryland.
Now one thing about this truck here, he didn't build this truck exactly for racing. It's more just for exhibition use. But I tell you what, he comes out here and runs with these big boys and he does pretty good. Let's see how good he does on this one, Stan.
And Rich, there's the green.
Okay, and they're off here across the first set of cars. Awesome Kong's got a little bit of a lead. Black Stallion's keeping right up with him. It looks like, I tell you, it looks like Awesome Kong having a little bit of problems right there. Stan, I'm not sure who won that.
Boy, that is going to be close. Definitely problems for Awesome Kong.
Now let's see if we can tell what happened here, Stan, on the replay. Awesome Kong's got a little bit of a lead. Black Stallion's keeping right up with him. But it looks like as soon as he hit that first part of the second set of cars where he lost all power.
And Awesome Kong taking a narrow win over Black Stallion.
Hey, Steve, what happened out there?
I don't know. I think a piston broke or something like that inside the motor. When I got ready to race over there, it was hard to turn over, so I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see when we get back to the shop.
Where'd you lose power? It looked like after the first set of cars or so.
Yeah, right there in the middle of the cars, it just started dying on me, spitting and sputtering, so it was, I don't know.
Well, we've had a couple of very close races. That's going to do it for round one, and round two will begin in just a moment. And so while the fans head to the concession stands for a soft drink, hot dog, and t-shirt, Awesome Kong, well, his day is over. He's heading back to the pits. And welcome back to Bowling Green, Ohio. Stan Rhodes and Rich Hooser coming to you from the Wood County Fairgrounds. In round two, it'll be the fast qualifier TAURUS against No Problem. Then Carolina Crusher taking on the fast loser Nightlife.
And then Mr. Twister will be taking King Crunch's place since he's out broke against Mad Dog, and Black Stallion is taking Awesome Kong's place against USA 1.
And there you see it, that fast qualifier TAURUS being driven by Jack Willman Jr. Beautiful truck.
And this truck, the way his suspension is, he's going to be doing good here, Stan. Now, he's going up against No Problem. And he's doing real good, like I said earlier this year, with this new truck. It's a little bit different suspension. And let's see what's going to happen here in this round.
All right, they're waiting on the green. And there it is.
Okay, they're coming across. Look at this. Just excellent hole shot by TAURUS. But I tell you what, No Problem's going to keep right up with him. He's going to hit them cars. He's not going to be far behind. And TAURUS takes the win, though.
Tremendous run by TAURUS.
But look at here now. No Problem here, just keeping right up with him. But as soon as TAURUS hits the ground and takes off, he just takes a tremendous lead over No Problem and takes the win here across the second set of cars.
Good win for TAURUS. So next up is going to be Carolina Crusher, driven by Gary Porter. And he just loves monster trucks. He better love them. He's got a tough competitor, Dave Wyzork, driving Nightlife.
Now, this ought to be a good one, Stan. Now, the winner of this is going to go up against TAURUS. Now, sure, neither one of them guys want to do that, but they're both going to want to win, and they're both going to give it everything they got. And this is going to be a close race. Both of them they're excellent drivers. Carolina Crusher just all of a sudden takes a tremendous lead after that first set of cars. But I tell you what, Stan, that was real close. I'm not sure, but it looks like Carolina Crusher took the win.
We've had a couple of close races before. Here we go.
Oh, they all been real close. Now, Nightlife here, they're side by side, but it looks like Carolina Crusher, he hits that second set of cars first, and right in the air, right there, you can see he took the win.
Okay, let's go to Mike Goss trackside.
Who do you think's got the truck to beat tonight?
Well, it's hard to say. TAURUS, that's a new truck. This is the first time I've seen him run. He's doing really good. USA 1, he's got a big reputation, but Carolina Crusher is going to be the one to beat.
Well, Rich, Gary seems to be pretty confident, but there's a lot of racing left to go. There you see John Breen in Mad Dog. He's going to take on David Christensen in Mr. Twister.
And it's going to be a good one. Now, the winner of this guy is going to go up against either Black Stallion or USA 1. It's going to be a tough race all the way around, and they're taking off here. Both of them with excellent hole shot, side by side. It's going to be hard to say. Mad Dog had a little bit of a problem. He had to slow down to straighten up to get on that second set of cars. It's going to be close. I'm not sure who won this, Stan.
I can't believe it once again.
Let's see what happens here. Across the first set, it looks like Mad Dog's got a little bit of a lead. And Mr. Twister catches up to him because Mad Dog has some problems. But we're going to have to check on the photo finish here, I think, to see who wins. It was real close.
Let's take a look at a video freeze frame. Perhaps we can find out it is Mad Dog is the winner. Let's go down with Mike Goss, who has John Breen.
John, a very close race. It looks like you lost momentum there.
Yeah, I got bounced a little bit crooked down there and had to back out just a little bit, so it kind of left me a little bit short there.
Did you get back in it hard once you were on the cars?
Yeah, after I got on the cars, I let it on out there, but, a little too late.
Well, John's going to have a surprise when he gets back to his pits, finds out that he is taking on perhaps Black Stallion, driven by Mike Botters, or perhaps it could be USA 1, driven by Rod Litzow.
Yeah, and since he won that last race, he's going to be going against the winner of this one here, and this is going to be a good one. I said earlier, Black Stallion is not built for racing, and he's going up against the national champion right now. But I tell you what, Rod's had a little bit of problems with his engine. It doesn't sound real good, but he does take the wins, but I think he's got a little problem, Stan.
He certainly did a lot of spitting and puttering there, but he got the win.
It does. If you can see here, he doesn't really clear a whole lot of cars, and he's not getting a lot of speed up. And I think he's got a little bit of problems with his carburetors, and I think we'll have to see what happens here in the next round.
All right, let's go down to Mike Goss.
Rod, another win, but I'm still hearing popping. There's lots of black smoke underneath.
I don't know. We're still playing with the carburetors out here. You know, it's lucky I got that run the way I got it, but I don't know. We're just going to have to keep going back, dialing it, and come out and try it again. It's too hard to practice in the pits, so you got to come out and try each run each time and see what happens.
Round 2 is history. We're all set with 4 monster trucks for the semifinals coming up in just a moment. And welcome back to Bowling Green, Ohio. Stan Rhodes along with Rich Hooser, and we are set for the semifinals. It will be TAURUS, the very fast qualifier. You can see he won in the round 2 competition against No Problem. And then Carolina Crusher, Gary Porter, a lot of confidence as he won against Nightlife. And then Mad Dog, John Breen, he wasn't certain he won, but he will be going up against USA 1 as we continue with the semifinals.
And of course, we see here Gary Porter coming up to the line with the Carolina Crusher. Like I said, he's got a lot of confidence, but I tell you what, he's going to have a lot here. He's from Wadesboro, North Carolina, just around the corner from my mom, so she's going to be rooting for him. But I tell you what, going up against Jack Willman here in TAURUS, this truck weighs 2 tons less than the Carolina Crusher. And I tell you what, he's going to have a tremendous advantage coming out of the hole. So he's right here. As you can see, he had a great hole shot. He's over the first set of cars before Carolina even got there. And he takes a win. It was a fast race. I tell you what, Gary Porter didn't give up, but not quite enough. We'll watch here. Look over the first set of cars. He's on the ground before Carolina Crusher gets past it, and then he just takes off like a rocket in the air, crossing the finish line, taking the win.
Okay, Jack, you're going to the finals. Looks like the race was won on the starting line, a big hole shot.
Yeah, the starting line's a critical part in this track, and if you can hit the first set pretty good, you can pretty much generate your speed for the second one.
Now, what will be your strategy in the final? Is it possibly you're going to face a defending national champion, USA 1?
Yeah, it's not going to be no piece of cake. It's going to be a tough race. I'm just looking to get the whole shot on him and play it by ear.
Well, we're going to find out who will be taking on Jack Willman Jr. Will it be Mad Dog, driven by John Breen, out of Jefferson City, Missouri? Or could it possibly be the points champion for 1988, USA 1, driven by Rod Litzow?
Well, I tell you what, this will be a good race here. Both these guys have got a lot of horsepower. But I tell you, USA 1's having a little bit of problems with it. Let's see if he's got it fixed from the last round. It still sounds like it's cutting out a little bit. Now, Mad Dog's having some problems there. He just misses the second set of cars completely, and that gives USA 1 the win. But he didn't have a very good run. It was cutting out real bad. You can hear it. It's missing. He didn't get it fixed from the last round. And John Breen could have had a chance to win, but he didn't quite make it. He just missed the cars completely.
Let's go down trackside with Mike Goss.
Well, Rod, it's going to be you against TAURUS in the finals. Have you raced him before?
Yeah, I've had a couple chances in Canada. I ran him, and we were almost a tie in there, but he beat me. That's the first time I ran him. But the truck is a new design, and it's a fast truck, and we're having little problems here tonight, and we just can't get them quite figured out. We think it might be in the motor now, something in the motor, so I'm going to give it my best shot what the truck will do. We might have to just go back, put a new motor in it when I get done.
Well, Rich, Rod doesn't seem too sure about his chances for the finals tonight, but one thing for sure, monster truck racing has gone over real well in Bowling Green. It's the home of the National Tractor Bowling Championships. Let's go back down to Mike Goss for his thoughts about the finals.
Well, thanks, Stan and Rich. This traditional tractor pull crowd here in Bowling Green, Ohio has gotten their money's worth out of monster trucks, TNT Motorsports style. It's going to be the new truck, TAURUS. He's real quick, going up against the defending national champion, USA 1. This event has been a huge success. Let's see who's going to be successful in the finale.
So it's going to be the post-honeycomb serial TAURUS, driven by Jack Willman Jr. out of Granite City, Illinois. The young man, just 22 years old. Beautiful truck going up against USA 1 by Rod Litzow.
And one thing I might mention here, TAURUS is the fastest qualifier tonight, so he has lane choice. So he's putting Rod in the lane. He hasn't run tonight. Plus, his engine's not running too well, so he's going to have his work cut out for him. And let's see what happens. TAURUS has got a tremendous hole shot. Litzow did too, but Litzow having big problems at that first set of cars, and TAURUS is going to take the win. I'm not sure exactly what happened, Stan, with Litzow in USA 1. Let's see if we can tell here. Over the first set of cars, he does good, but right there it just seems like he's lost power, and he just coasts. Now, it seems like he's able to get it running again, but TAURUS takes the win.
A great win for Jack Willman Jr. out of Granite City, Illinois in TAURUS. Let's go down trackside with Mike Goss.
Thanks, Stan. TAURUS, a new truck, takes the win over USA 1, the defending national champion. Now, Rod, never got your engine working right, did you?
No, and I think in this final run, last run you always push it to the limit. I think the motor went right in the middle there. I just lost all the power and kind of came to a coast, so we'll bring it back. I think the motor went out of it now.
Okay, your winner's TAURUS. Now, Jack, a lot of guys are building a lot of fast trucks. Looks like you've got one of the faster ones.
Yeah, it's a new wave truck, and I think it's going to be the ticket in due time, and feels pretty good to get to run with all these good guys, and it just feels good to be a winner.
Well, congratulations to you.
Thank you.
And congratulations once again to Jack Willman Jr., our winner tonight in Bowling Green, Ohio. On behalf of Rich Hooser,